Hello, everyone. This is Mark Johnson, your fitness ambassador from Bounce Pep once again, and the youngest son of Bill Johnson. Just like to say, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everyone. It's been a very, very good week, and I'm looking forward to moving into the new year and taking on greater challenges and developing myself even more and talking to you even more. And I hope that you have a lot of great things in store for the new year as well. I want to talk to you today about the very, very simple action of logging. And logging is simply writing down what you do when you work out. This is a great thing, a great idea for you to take and run with, because it's going to allow you to track what you're doing and just see the progress that you're making with your workouts. So it's very, very simple to do. I use a pencil and paper. I'm old-fashioned in that regard. Some people use their smartphone to record things. Me personally, I just like to keep it very, very simple. Pencil, paper, basically a little notepad is what I have. It's about the size, not very much bigger than my hand, and a pencil. And I go into the gym, and I don't record the warm-ups because they're just warm-ups. So I'll do some warm-ups, and that's that. But I do record all of the actual exercises that I'm going to do. So what you want to do is, when you start an exercise, or before you start an exercise, of course, you should have an idea of what you're going to be working on that day. And so before you start the exercise, you just take your notepad and then you write down what the exercise is. Oh, and I should point out, obviously, write the date down. So you always want to record the dates so that you can just see you can look back at your log from time to time and see the timeline. Okay, so record the date. And then from there, you just write down the name of the exercise. And you can, typically what I do is I'll do, a certain amount of weight at a certain amount of reps. And then when I complete that set, then I will write down how many reps I did. You might want to take the opposite approach and just write down the number of reps that you do before you actually do them, in the assumption that you're going to finish all of them. I do not do that, but it's up to you. You can do what you want to do. But anyway, what you want to do is write down the name of the exercise that you're doing. If you're using any kind of a grip direction, that needs to be noted, because certain exercises, of course, you can change the grip direction. So if you're doing a row, you can change the grip direction from pronated to neutral. And so you will want to note that down, what kind of grip direction you're using, for instance. So you write that down as well. If you're doing time under tension or something like that, take a note of that. So typically for time under tension, I would just make a note that says TUT, and I know that means that this exercise is being done with time under tension. So time under tension could be, just 3 seconds pausing, with stress on the muscle while it's contracted. So how much time you leave it under tension is up to you, but basically you get the idea. So if you're doing time under tension, note that kind of thing. If you're doing something like German volume training, note that. Just write GVT, note that down so that you know that that's what you're doing. And then, of course, from there, you write the number of reps that you do. You can also, for each set, I mentioned writing the number of reps, but you can also write down for each set. For instance, if you're doing a superset, so you're taking basically 2 different exercises and you're doing them back to back with no break in between, then you want to make a note that you're supersetting those exercises. So you want to just have a way that you can note all that down, and how you write it down is up to you. I'm not going to dictate to you how to do that. That's up to you and what you feel comfortable with, and what your method of notation is. If you're doing a drop set, you want to write that down. Just a simple notation, DS. When I write down DS, I know that means drop set in my log. When I write down SS, I know that means superset in my log. Okay. So you want to have simple notations that allow you to track what you're doing and then look back later on. It's like looking back in time and then seeing what you did previously and how you're progressing. And the reason you want to keep a log, I should add, which is I didn't mention the reason why you want to keep a log. So the reason why you want to keep a log is because you want to be able to grow and progress. And it's very difficult to do that if you aren't tracking anything. Now, this seems obvious, but when you go to the gym, I would say that most people don't log what they're doing. The majority of people don't log what they're doing. So they go in and they're working out and they're doing it. But are they progressing? I don't know, because they aren't logging anything. And I don't see that they have a way to look back and track, where they were 6 months ago versus where they are now. So what I would encourage you to do is to always keep a log so that you know what your progress is and what your rate of progress is and whether or not you're hitting targets that you set. Okay. So that's my advice today. Take it and run with it in the new year. If you are already working out, but you have never been in the habit of keeping a log, I would highly recommend that you get in the habit of keeping a log, because it's going to actually help you achieve greater and greater results. And you'll be able to set certain milestones that you want to hit, and you'll be able to just watch yourself hit those milestones. And that's going to create greater and greater motivation and enthusiasm to continue. All right, so let's leave it there today. Again, this is Mark Johnson, your fitness ambassador for Bounce Pep, the youngest son of Bill Johnson. Please hit the like button because I know you like this video. And also, if you have not hit the notification bell, hit that as well. And when we release another video, you will get the notification. Thanks, guys. Take care.